So I have to share this. What we know about God is limited. Because in all of our practice, in all of our study, in all of our experimentation, in all of our giving to the energy of wanting to know God, no matter what religion we practice, what spiritual system, what ancestral tradition, no matter what, all of us have been seeking to know God. Even the atheists have sought to know God and come to their conclusion that God doesn't exist. Even the agnostics, even the Christians, even the Muslims, everybody is trying to know God. Why? Why? Before the books were even written, we were trying to know God. And all of the things that have come to our knowledge, all the things we have discovered, all of the things that we have found out about God and our experience with God in various places, and all of these things were being cultivated because we are giving our energy to knowing God. And what we give our energy to grows. It grows. We have manifesting power in our mouths. We have so much power, so much ashe, so much chi, so much prana, that when we come together and we give our energy to a particular idea of God, we are going to make that idea of God grow. So the piece or the parcel or the part of God that we have been worshiping is the part of God that we feel we lack. Because God is everything. There is nothing that exists without God. Jinyame. And so there is a bit of truth, a seed, a common thread, a particular frequency that all things in existence have that comes from God. There is a seed of God in the most evil man on earth. There is a seed of God full grown in the most good man on earth. From the beginning to the end. And so when we say that we worship something, we are saying we are cultivating the quality of God in that thing. When we worship our ancestors, for example, which has been highly demonized, we are not saying that our ancestors are God. We are talking about cultivating the good qualities that our ancestors had. We are calling on the energy of that expression of God. I have a great-great-great-great-grandfather who, as a grown man, could not read. But somehow, his will to be successful figured out a way to become one of the most wealthy men in Virginia, who owned a hotel and land, and eventually bought land in Kentucky where he wanted his family to reside. 3,400 acres, I believe, in total. When he died, a man who could not read, a man who grew up basically like a sharecropper, a peasant, ended his life as one of the wealthiest men in Virginia. He may not have been a perfect person, right? But he knew business. He knew how to grow a business. He knew how to purchase and acquire resources. He knew how to get the job done when it came to making money, right? So when I call this ancestor's name, I am cultivating, like we already said, the quality of that ancestor in me. That business sense, that divine economic mind to awaken in me, in my genes. This is me asking God to teach me what my ancestors already learned. That's what it is. I've said it a million times. Worship is cultivation. Cultivation comes from a cult, a culture, who at some point in time built up such a knowledge of this particular aspect of life that their culture was founded on it. This is how you end up with cities that are the best economic cities, and cities that have the best woodworkers, and cities that have the best fashion, and cities that have the best food. Worship, cultivation, culture. Do you know how many ancestors you actually have? Do you know that your DNA, if you stretched it out linearly, is as long as the distance from Earth to Pluto? Think about the wealth of information and knowledge you can gain from having a dream about that ancestor who knew how to grow a business, who knew how to do X, Y, or Z. But you're talking about this is demonic. This is the science of God. How we cultivate God's divine qualities in human reality. Human reality. God knows everything because God is learning from our experiences for millions of years. You still believe ancestor worship is demonic? Man, I need you to understand. Anyway, so I'm getting ready to get out of here, but I appreciate all of you who watch my videos, who like my videos especially. That especially helps the channel because liking a video will tell YouTube that the person who likes the type of videos that you like wants to see me. So that would help the channel quite a bit. But I thank you. I appreciate you just for your patience. Your patience. I'm grateful for each and every one of you that feels that my words are worth your energy and time. Truly. I do thank you all, and I appreciate you. Share this video, and tell me what you think in the comments. Tell me what you think in the comments. Let's talk about it. Or double.